Okay, so I am uh, going to be gone tomorrow. I'm not like gone, like I'm out sick or something. I have meetings all day long. So my B Day classes, which are regular and honors, you have a task to do, and I wanted to give you a little bit of instruction on how to do it. This will be posted in Edmodo, so you'll have written instructions as well. But what you're going to be doing is essentially creating a collage of images from the 1970s and the 1980s. Okay. So you're asking, hey, how do I create this collage? I don't expect you to print a bunch of stuff out, okay? Because I want you to try to find 10 images, okay? Um, but this is how you'll do it, okay? Because I want you to do this digitally. So you open up your Google Drive and you can see what my Google Drive looks like right here, okay? And you go over here to new and you click on new, you go to more, and you see this little thing right here that says Google Drawings. You click on that, okay? This is what will open up for you. This nice little thing. It's got all these little tools right here. You'll come over here and you'll type in, in my case, my first name, oops, my mouse is sliding. Um, my first name is Carrie, so I'll put Carrie's collage. Okay. Then, right, I know that I want to find some images. So I'm going to go over here to Google and I'm going to click in the Google box and I'm going to put 1970s and hit return. And then, of course, you'll go to images if it ever finishes pulling up. There we go. Go to images eventually. And you've got all this, right? And you can see there's a whole slew of pictures that you can look at. And so let's say I wanted to pick this one. So I click on McDonald's. I go to view image. Come up here to the link, hit Control C for copy. Come back to my collage. Come to the picture. Now I can go to by URL. Hit Control V. The picture pops up right there. I hit select. And now it's popped up into the document, right? So now I can make it whatever size I need it to be, okay? If I want you to have 10 images, and I want you to have 10 images for the 1970s and 10 images for the 1980s. So basically what that means is you'll have one collage. So correctly, I would put 1970s collage, right? So I have my collage here. I'll find 10 images that reflect the 1970s. So let's say I wanted to come over and do, say I want to do this picture right here. Go to view image, Control C, come over here. Again, see how simple this is. Not hard at all, okay? And then I can arrange it however I want. And I want you to play with this, and I want you to basically create 10 images, one for the 1970s, and then find 10 more images for the 1980s. Let's say that you know that the 1970s is full of disco, right? So you can go here, go up to the top, you put disco 1970s, and you can see John Travolta, okay? Copy and paste that picture in. So that's exactly how you do that. So you'll save one for the 1970s, and then you'll go back to your drive. You'll do another one and go to new, more, Google Drawings, and you'll make one for the 1980s, okay? It's that simple, and it's not going to be very hard. But what I'm hoping is that you'll get an idea for what And we're talking about the 1970s, about what kind of images to kind of connect with that, to see what kind of issues you might have, and try to vary it up a little bit. In other words, don't give me 10 pictures of disco. If you give me 10 pictures of disco, your grade's not going to be very good. They need to be different pictures, okay? Let's say we wanted to go to the 1980s, okay, because you're going to do one collage on the 1980s. So you'll go there, and you can see that we have, you can have fashion. So right there, and you can click on a 1980s picture, and you can put that fashion in there. But don't just do one thing over and over and over again, right? If you look up here at the top, there's lots of different ways you can go. You can go to music, okay? You can go to computers, right? Because in the 1980s, we have the rise of the computer. So you can Google that, right? You can do games. You can do all kinds of different things. Basically, what you're going to get is you're going to put those 10 pictures on there. I'm going to look at those 10 pictures. I'm going to make sure that they represent kind of a variety from that particular decade. And I'm going to give you a grade based on that. And the two collages together are going to equal up to a daily grade. Okay, so if you give me one collage on the 1970s, but you don't bother to do a collage in the 1980s, you're only going to get a 50. Okay, if you make two collages, but they're all pictures of the same exact thing over and over again, so basically you did one Google search and that was it, then I'm probably going to give you maybe about a 70 because you've got 35 points for each one. So do you get where I'm going with this? So you need to find 10 different pictures from the 1970s, 10 different pictures from the 1980s. You need to label it your collage, and then you need to put your name on it. And then all you have to do is go to share, and you share it with me, and I can have access to it. You can also download it and upload it to your Edmodo, however you want to do that. Okay? So that is your task for tomorrow. First and fifth period, you guys will probably, you may need a little bit more time to work on it. I may give you a little bit of time not tomorrow, that would be Wednesday, to work on it, but I don't want us to spend a whole lot more time on it. So if you guys don't use your time very well, you're really going to end up having to work on this at home. My B classes, as far as 2B and 3B and honors, guys, this should be super easy for you. This shouldn't be hard at all. So you guys should absolutely have the whole thing done tomorrow. There should be no reason for you to have this for homework. First and fifth, there's a slim chance you might. But even then, if you use your time wisely, you should be able to get it done so that we can then move on and talk about Richard Nixon on Wednesday, or at least halfway through Wednesday. So again, make sure they're school appropriate pictures, nothing inappropriate. And be sure you're understanding like what it is you're finding, because I want us to be able to talk about what these pictures say and what they mean. So I want us to be able to look at them together. So again, school appropriate. They need to be by the decade. They need to show a variety. Okay. Just make sure you're meeting all that criteria. Share that with me. And if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email, but this shouldn't be hard. I just walked you through how to do all of this, so it should be very, very simple. And I will see you guys at first and fifth. I'll see you on Wednesday, and 2B and 3B, I'll see you on Thursday. Have a good day.